Hi everyone, it's so good to see you again. Frederick Douglass said the following: one ONE and God make a majority. You say, well, I don't understand what you mean by that. Well, there's a lot of times where everybody else is, hey, we're the majority and you need to do what we say to do. But if you are focused on God and on His Word, then you become the majority. Because when everybody else says, it's impossible, it can't be done, God says, yes, it can be done. And if you stick with me, we're going to do this together. We become the majority. We overcome. And a lot of times we forget that. A lot of times we're thinking, well, everybody's right. It's never been done before. I mean, it's never been done before. So Thomas Edison shouldn't have tried to make a light bulb. Nikola Tesla shouldn't have tried to harness the energy of water. I mean, they should have just let it go. Steve Jobs should have just said, this is impossible. Nobody can do this. I mean, what they want, that's impossible. But they didn't have that. Now say, were these men Christian? I don't know if they were or not. But I do know that they didn't let what everybody else is going, nee, 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 nee. Nobody's ever done that. It's impossible. Why are you even trying? I mean, these are the dumbest ideas I've ever heard. You really think that you can do this? Blah, 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 blah. Well, after a while, they all shut up, didn't they? They all did. All the naysayers were like, wait a minute, let's just step back and see what he's going to do today, right? That's the same way with us and God. One and God make a majority, meaning we're not going to be listening to everybody else, and we're going to see this through. And we can do that. We can see things through, and we can overcome great obstacles. George Washington Carver was a man who did incredible things. If you haven't read any of his works, you should. He created things that other people couldn't because he and God were a majority. You say, what do you mean? Well, he went to the Lord and he talked to God. Now, one of the things that he would say is, Mr. Creator, Mr. Creator, will you show me? And he would ask God for things. And one of the things he asked for one time was, show me the secrets of the universe. And God said, you can't handle the secrets of the universe. And he said, well, God, I want you to show me something. And he said, well, what? And he goes, let me think about it. So he thought about it. He goes, I know what I want. He goes, show me the secrets of the peanut. The peanut. And God did. And when God showed him, that's why we have peanut butter today. There's so many things that can be done with peanuts that nobody else had thought before. And George Washington Carver did amazing things. You have to go back and read about him. You'll have to go back and look at the discoveries that he made, the changes that he was allowed to do in the world of science that didn't exist. But it did because he and God were a majority. So I just want to encourage you today, don't be afraid to step out and say, all right, God, I know you told me to do whatever this is. And that means, regardless what anybody else is telling me, that you and I are a majority. And what you say overrides what everybody else says. So I don't know how we're going to do it. I don't know where the funds are going to come from. I don't know who you're going to send to help me. I don't know what all these things, but I'm putting my trust in you. I'm going to take that first step. And after I make that step, I'm going to take another one. And I'm going to take another one. I'm going to take another one. Why? Because you said to go do it. You say, well, Sarah, what's he saying to do? Go to Timbuktu and be a missionary? No. Sometimes it's just being willing to do a very small thing, like being a greeter at a church or getting a job. Well, I don't want to work for $15 an hour. I mean, that's minimum wage now. I don't want to work for that. I'm better qualified. But you know that if you decide to go and get a job like God told you to do, it may not be in your field, but He can open up other areas for you. He can put you in contact with people because you took that step. It may not be what you wanted to do, but God is bigger than that still. He can still put you in the path of the right kind of people just because you were obedient and willing, not just obedient, but willing and obedient to do what He said to do. And then He can open up other doors, other avenues for you. He can change things for you. You would be amazed at what the Lord will do if you take that step. And then once you've made that step, then you say, okay, God, how do I go from here to here? And here to here? And he'll show you because he wants you to succeed. But not only does he want you to succeed, he wants you to draw people to him by taking those steps. And a lot of times it's just baby steps. And sometimes it's like, I gotta do what? Breathe. Just breathe. You want me to do what? See, if God showed us the whole picture up front, we would either run for the hills or we would never walk in faith. And God said, you have to trust me. You have to trust me, and let's just do this one step at a time. Okay? So one and a majority, one in God makes a majority, excuse me. One in God makes a majority, which means you can do it and you can overcome. And you're not stuck in a pattern that's less than good. I mean, God doesn't want us to be barely getting by. And he doesn't want us to not reach our potential. Because God has put in each of us a purpose, a plan that only us, meaning me and God, or you and God, can accomplish together. So step out today, ask God how you can do it, what to do, ask for direction. If he says just move, then get up and take that first step. Thank you for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.